Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Gold HardType Grand Monotype run. In the last episode, we reached Olivine City, and we were doing some, just doing some discussions and thinking about. We talked to a lot of people around here, working out where we're going, to move forwards with this. And in that vein, we are going to start leveling up some of our Pokemon a little bit more by doing some of the battles that are located inside the Olivine Lighthouse. We have already fought off this guy right here, who gave us our first taster, and now we're going to try and take on some more. So, men of the sea are always spoiling for a good fight, says Sailor Huey, who has a Poliwrath. So obviously we have a fighting type. We'll go to Quagsire. Goes for the submission, gets hit by the recoil, okay. Okay, I'm going to go Earthquake here. Just because it's a much... Well, they're sort of pretty even. But Earthquake is neutral, whereas Surf is obviously resisted. Okay, so we take out the Poliwrath with Quagsire. And next he's got a Politoed, which isn't obviously a particularly useful Pokemon for us. So, what do we want to do? We could go to Nidoking and just see what this is. Okay, so we're going to Shadow Ball, see how much this does. We are over leveled, it seems. So go to a Water Gun. It is super effective. We know that another Shadow Ball will take him out. So the question is, I don't really want to take this guy out, to be honest. I'm just a bit worried about whether Marowak, for example, could take... Okay, so yeah, we get the double slap. Can go for Bone Meringue. We are faster, but we miss. But we get another attack. Okay, so no way was that going to take us out. So we get a crit hit there, and we defeat Sailor Huey. So he wants a phone number, but obviously we don't have enough space. We will fall back down and heal back up. Again, I've got to pay attention here because I've got to keep an eye on sharing the levels between everyone. Nidoking is over-leveled at the moment. He's level 52. Rocky can get up to level 50 now that we've got our next badge. So we need to really just sort of get some guys up, see what levels we can get them to. So this Pidgey should hopefully go down to a Rock Throw. It does. Hopefully this Pidgeotto will as well. We're at level 27, so that's not particularly high. He's got a Pidgeot, also at level 27. I don't think this guy's going to have much to hurt me with, so I feel safe to go for a Screech, and it works out nicely. He's got another Pidgeot, this time at level 37. Again, I'm not feeling too worried because we do have exceedingly high type advantage here. So we Screech, we go for another Rock Throw. It doesn't take him out, unfortunately. We'll Headbutt and take him out. Then Rocky grows to another level 38. I think we'll stay in and see what else we can do. Okay, so Screech. We'll try another Screech. That's -4 defense for this Pidgeot. Rock Throw hits. And does it take out? It does take out with a crit hit. Crit probably mattered. So, there we go. We defeat Birdkeeper Theo. He doesn't know how to go up because he wants to visit the sick Pokemon. So, the big question is whether we head back south or whether we... Yeah, we can't risk it. I'm building up a nice head of steam in terms of money and various other things. I don't particularly want to waste any chance as such of doing stuff with my money, especially like buying healing items and stuff like that. So it's important that I don't lose too many battles, and obviously so I need to be prepared for each of them. So, next, you. I travel the world to train my Pokemon. I wish to battle with you, says Gentleman Preston, who has an Arcanine. God, I love Arcanine. It's such a cool Pokemon. I'm going to swap out to Quagsire, because Earthquake here should be pretty destructive. Yes, that's what we love to see. And he's got a Rapidash, so good high-level fire Pokemon here, which is very nice for Quagsire. Earthquake is super effective, it takes him out. Earthquake in that case is better than Surf, because I'm pretty sure that Quagsire's attack is higher than its special attack. Anyway, Jasmine used to use rock Pokemon like Onix. And what do you say? How the heck do you go off? I want to visit there. So yeah, so they're talking about Jasmine, the gym leader, obviously in Olivine, how she used to use Onix, rock types, but now she uses the infamous steel types, one of the first gym leaders. Well, you know, according to the game, she was one of the first trainers to ever specialize in steel Pokemon. So we are going to continue to make our way up this twisty, windy lighthouse. We have another battle. Yes, Jasmine is this city's gym leader. I mean, to bring her back with me, nobody had better get in my way. It says Lass Connie with an Azumarill. That's not a good Pokemon to have against us. Goes for the Rain Dance, which is worrying. Gets a Bubble Beam off. It's now obviously locked into rollout, and it does not gain enough pace in order to take out my Quagsire, which is very nice. Next up is Seeking. Gonna go back to Quagsire. I hope that this Seeking doesn't have anything too dangerous. It's got Waterfall, okay. I'm gonna need to heal up here, so I'm going to use... Could use a Hyper Potion here. Yeah, it makes more sense. 117. Goes to the Flail. Earthquake should hopefully take this guy out now. Yes, good. Okay, so Rocky gets to level 40 and wants to learn Slam, but it knows Headbutt, and Headbutt is better than Slam. I really hope that Rocky will evolve. You know, it's sort of been worrying now that he hasn't, but I really hope he does. Okay, so we take out that Remoraid in one hit, which is pretty good. She goes, my Pokemon, and Rocky's evolving, yes! Yes! I knew if we just plugged away at it, and I'd heard that the guy had got rid of trade evolutions. I am so glad I leveled up Rocky now. You know, that was a risk, but to be honest, one, we needed the extra Pokemon because we have not had many Pokemon. But now we get a frickin' Steelix. And he wants to learn Slam again. We're not going to teach him Slam. Steelix is amazing because it's got Steel type characteristics. So let's have a look at these stats. Type Steel, Ground, Headbutt, Screech, Rock Throw, Dig. Obviously, Rock Throw no longer is super effective on anything, which is a pity. But what we gain is defense. Look at that defense stat, 178. Physical. They are so screwed. Okay, cool. So we have a Steelix. That's amazing. Never had a Steelix before. So we could do that battle there, or we could go back and heal. And I think going back and healing is an excellent idea, because Quagsire is suffering. This is my issue, because Quagsire is literally my only chance at deflecting water types at the moment. And it's really annoying that Quagsire can't learn something like... Could learn something like Giga Drain or Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, or anything that could deal with water types, and it would be amazing. But unfortunately, he can't. So just going to have to keep going. Jasmine must be worried sick about the Pokemon here. She won't even smile these days. So it's Sailor Kent, who has a Kingler. So once again, we have to swap into Quagsire. Go for the Earthquake. We'll go for another Earthquake. Take out the Kingler in 2 hits. He's also got a Seeking. Go into Rocky. I think this time we're going to go into Marowak. I can see. I didn't expect it to use a Water type move on the first move. It did not. Go for the Bone Meringue. It is normal, I believe. I think Ground is normal against Water. It is a 2-hit KO. And again, Fury Attack. These Seeking don't seem to know that many, strong Water type moves. Do we get a high roll? Yes, we get enough. We get enough high. So anyway, we get enough to take out that seeking. So speaking of sick, I heard there's a good pharmacy in Cianwood. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Okay, so we got an item here, TM34, which is Swagger. So we have Swagger, we have Swift, we have Ice Punch, Sweet Scent, Rock Smash, and Raw. Okay, cool. Swagger's an interesting one. It gives you confusion, but you raise your attack stat by I think 2 stages. So if you have an item like, see what I could, I'm pretty sure there's an item that cures confusion. Maybe a berry. Is there a berry that cures confusion? Pet. Berries, berry, burn. Yeah, so bitter berries. If you can get enough bitter berries, I suppose you could probably make Swagger really, really useful. Because then it's essentially just a free, well, aside from obviously being hit that turn, it's essentially the same as using, I don't know what, Race's attack actually. But anyway, so we're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are in prime form. It says Birdkeeper Dennis, who has a Spearow. So this now is no longer going to be Stab, but it will still be super effective, so we will keep going at it. Plus, a bird Pokemon usually will only have physical moves. Steelix can eat up these physical moves really nicely. Knocked Out is worrying, but it only goes for... Okay, so it's got Confusion. That was the move that I was worried about. It goes to the Confusion, but again, we eat that up really easily because I think Steel resists so much. It's such a lovely thing. So, he taught his Pokemon how to fly. We have another item here, a rare candy, and we can drop down. Obviously, to go forwards, we want to fall down that hole there. But before we do so, because I'm pretty sure there's a battle immediately once we do, what we're going to do is we're going to go back. And then we're going to do that battle and see what is what. So far, this hasn't been difficult. It's just been getting the right Pokemon in against the right types. Admittedly, the movesets haven't been particularly great for the Pokemon in question, but I think we're doing okay. Sailors are both kind and strong. How about you? Says Sailor Terrell, who has a Dugong. That could be worrying. I resist both its stabs. Oh no, I'm normal with both its stabs with Quagsire, but I want to use a Screech here. Wow, Ice Beam does a huge amount. Okay, Quagsire goes for the takedown. That's fine. Earthquake. It's -2, and Earthquake takes it out in one hit. Beautiful Quagsire. It's really nice. And he's also got a Mantine. This is where I wish I had an electric attack, because Mantine is, if I remember correctly, water ground. What am I talking about? Water flying. So again, now we have an issue, because obviously Quagsire can't hit, or I could hit it with Rollout, I suppose. Okay, let's go for a Screech. And another Screech, I guess? Yes. Okay, keep doing that. We'll go for a Rock Throw now. If it can't do anything against us, then we'll just Rock Throw it and take it out. Sweet. Rocky gains more levels. I'm pretty sure there isn't a battle if we head upstairs now. 42, 43, 52, 42. This is good leveling up of Pokemon. There is another battle. Do I feel confident enough that we can take on this guy with... Especially because he looks like he's a sailor. If he's a sailor, that means I'm trapped. I can't actually head back down, can I not? No, I can't. Okay. So, pack. Still have some fresh water here, so... Some of that to Quagsire, some of that to Rocky. We've got some berries. We can give to Rocky as well. There we go. Okay, you. I wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it now. So how about you? It says Sailor Ernest, who has a Machoke. Okay, so we need to get the hell out of there. We're going to Quackside. Goes for a Seismic Toss. We'll go for a Surf. Cross Chop is a crit. Okay, so we avoid the next one. And now we have Nidoking in against this Machoke. We'll go for a Horn Attack. Doesn't take him out. But Fire Punch does take him out. So now we're hoping for non-water types, but obviously he has a Poliwrath. It will stay in, and I will Horn Attack. I will Horn Attack again. Okay, so this is a 4-hit KO. Horn Attack takes out the Poliwrath, with nothing too much to worry about. Okay, so next up is the Machamp. I'm going to go for a Bone Meringue, see how much this does. Okay, so that's a 3-hit KO. Cross Chop hits. I'm going to weaken this Machamp more. Goes for a Vital Throw, does not take me out, which means I think a Headbutt should take out the Machamp, and Marowak will gain a nice amount of experience there. We defeat Sailor Ernest. We get a Great Ball. One of the less useful items right now. And now we can have a little chat to Jasmine, her crazy hair. You find a Super Potion, lovely item. So have a chat to Jasmine. This Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Cianwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. May I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? Pailu! Its breathing is terribly laboured. Okay. Well, because we're just that good a guy, we are now going to go and start that sailing voyage. And seeing as the levels of those Pokemon, of the wild Pokemon, won't have changed, because that's not what's happening is in this Let's Play. The wild Pokemon don't seem to change level, whereas unfortunately the trainers Pokemon are. So I'm going to avoid most of these trainers to start off with. I'm interested to know if I can... I just want to get to Cianwood and see what levels I'm expected to be at. So I'm going to try and get to Cianwood as fast as possible. We avoid that battle down there, which is quite nice. Tentacool. Obviously, the beauty of this now is that Steelix has a lovely immunity to all of their poison attacks, those Tentacool and Tentacool being a Steel type. So that's an added bonus of the evolution. Plus Dig is just taking out all these guys. Rocky's up to level 43 already. We actually need to start leveling up some other guys, just because Rocky gets the boost, the experience boost each time. So we're going to switch in Marowak, who's at level 42 and doing pretty damn fine. So we have the photo studio, which we don't need to worry about. Boulders to the north of town can be crushed. They may be hiding something. Your Pokemon could use Rock Smash to break them. Cianwood City, a port surrounded by rough seas. Okay, if you use Fly, you can get back to Olivine instantly. Yes, that is true. So, 500 years of tradition at Cianwood Pharmacy, we await your medicinal queries. So your Pokemon appear to be is something worrying you. The Lighthouse Pokemon is in trouble. I got it. This will do the trick. So we get a secret potion. Only use it in an emergency. Attractive. You crossed the sea to get here. That must have been hard. It would have been much easier if your Pokemon knew how to fly, but you can't fly without this city's gym badge. If you beat the gym leader here, come see me. I'll have a nice gift for you. Chuck, the gym leader spars with his fighting Pokemon. And we'll talk to this guy. I'm in shock. A guy about your age with piercing eyes and long hair came in. He scared me into giving me my prized Pokemon. I still have one left, but what if he comes back? You look strong. Could you look after my Pokemon for a while? Oh yeah, so we can take the Shuckle from this guy. To be honest, I don't care. It's a bug rock type. Not interesting in our challenge. So, Next up is the fighting. His Roaring Fist do the talking. So the fighting type gym here. Now, the issue we have here is, unfortunately, Rocky's evolution has not offered him a, has not relinquished him of the issue of being weak to fighting types. I don't know how this is going to go, to be honest, because I don't know what these levels are going to be. Obviously, we're going to have to take on 2 at a time, which is also not particularly helpful. But anyway, my Pokemon and I are bound together by friendship. Our bond will never be broken, says Black Belt Yoshi, who's got a level 52 Hitmonlee. Okay, so 52, we are under-leveled. Goes the high jump kick to connect. We get the crit on the second Boomerang, which is awesome. High jump kick connects though. Marowak faints. We'll go into Quagsire and we will surf this. And gets a crit hit with his high jump kick. Yeah, he takes out Quagsire. He defeats Black Belt Yoshi and he goes, "This isn't real." But anyway, we martial artists fear nothing, says Black Belt Lao, who has a Hitmonchan. Okay, so I am going to bring out the Hyper Potion on Quagsire. Goes for the Dynamic Punch and misses, which is amazing. So, Earthquake. And he misses again. Obviously, Dynamic Punch is essentially, it's half. It has a half chance of hitting. Which isn't a particularly great chance, let's be honest, you know. Fighting Pokemon are afraid of Psychics, he says. Okay, so we have defeated the first 2, but as you can see, we are under-leveled by about 10. So, what we want to do about that... Nidoking is obviously available to do this, but anyway. Words are useless, let your fists do the talking, says a Black Belt Knob, who has a Machoke at level 47. Okay, so they're not all crazy high levels. Goes to the Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss, we can take another 2. Boomerang does not take him out. Cross Chop does. Cross Chop has, if I remember correctly, a higher chance of critical hits than other things. So, the Hoppip, Grass Flying. We'll go into Nidoking, I guess, and Fire Punch it. There we go, the Hoppip go. Why do you have a Hoppip? He has a Jump Bluff as well. This is very bizarre. Fire Punch, it goes for the Mega Drain, gets a little bit of health back. That's not really going to worry us, as we can take out the Jump Bluff with a couple of Fire Punches. And he's got a Skip Plume. I'm interested as to why this guy has some Skip Plumes. Goes to the Mega Drain, gets some health back, but we can use Rock Throw. And Rocky will be able to take out this Skip Plume despite being a few levels down and pretty much, you know, at a type disadvantage, which is pretty impressive. So the question is are we ready? See, this feels like the sort of battle that I probably could win if I did it, but I might not win it the first time. So the question is do I feel more comfortable going into, say, the battle with Jasmine? We'll have Steel Pokemon. The only Steel Pokemon are Magnemite, Magneton, Steelix. Are there any other Steel types in this gen? Skarmory. Skarmory and Steelix. We have Nidoking. And Magnemite, we have Marowak or Quagsire or anyone like that, really. That's interesting. Okay, well, we're going to surf. And we're going to do some of these trainer battles out here on the open seas. So, you, at night, Staryu gather near the water's surface. Says Swimmer Wendy. So obviously these guys will all have water Pokemon, which is annoying. This guy's got Water Gun. It is super effective, but we should be able to take another one, and we get a crit hit with our first Boomerang. Marowak takes out a Water type. He will be grinning with that. Are we faster than a Horsey? We are faster than a Horsey. We can't take it out though, which is a bit worrying. We are taken out by the Horsey, which is a bit sad. But we'll go to Quagsire, and we shall Earthquake it up. So, we defeat Swimmer Wendy. The cluster of stars you light up at the same time, it's so beautiful, it's scary. So, we obviously want to be careful. We don't want to level Rocky up past 50 because then he'll start disobeying, and disobeying is really annoying. So, I might get Rocky up to 45 and leave him there, and then try and get Marowak and Quagsire up to level 50. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a lot of these trainers out here. Plus, these Tentacruel are not that bad. Well, they're not that great experience. I was going to say, the Tentacruel aren't bad, but you only meet them 1 in 10 or something like that. Anyway, are you seeking the secrets of Whirl Islands? Asks swimmer Matthew. Spelled wrong. And he's got a Krabby at level 23. Bone Meringue can take out that Krabby pretty easily. It's almost like that guy just... They didn't change his Pokemon. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. So, there we go. Wild Tentacruel. Bone Meringue is super effective. So yeah, so we're just going to zip around here and do some of these battles, and then I think we'll call it a day and see how far we can get. We have a Mantine. Wow. We'll go to Rocky. It's a nice chance for Rocky to use Rock Throw, take out the Mantine. Okay, you. If you need to rest, just tread water. You'll get your wind back so you can keep on going strong, says swimmer Kara, who has a level 20 Staryu and a level 20 Starmie. So yeah, so these some of these guys don't seem to have their Pokemon levels changed, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, everyone else around them has been level 40. Like, even that first trainer down there was level 42. So to go all the way back to level 20 suggests that they just haven't been changed. Which is good and bad. It means that these battles are really easy. It also means, which is probably more disheartening, that it's going to be a lot slower leveling up of these guys. Because they're just not going to give us nearly as much experience, like, you know, like this guy is proving here, because we haven't even, there we go, Marowak's to level 44, they're all level, you know, all level 16, all low level water types. So far Siamwood, it's no easy turn to Olivine easier. What should I do? You shouldn't have swum this far up. What I don't want to do is get surprised by someone with high level Pokemon and not be able to deal with it. So we have level 44 Marowak. You are patrolling there, so I'm trying to get to Olivine. If I can get to Olivine, I can heal, and then we can snap right back into this. You are watching just that way, so we're going to swim by you. There we go, cool. I think we got enough time just to go back to, try and get back to Siamwood potentially. Especially if I'm zipping through most of these battles. You have to warm up before going into the water. That's basic, says Swim Asylum, who also, yeah, so these guys. It's disappointing. Really, I missed twice. It's a 90% chance, supposedly, Bone Meringue. To miss twice in a row is what, a 1 in... Not a particularly high percentage of times that will happen. But we are taking out these guys. So, are you going to Siamwood? How about a quick battle first? Asks Swimmer Elaine, who has a Staryu at level 21. And we take her out. I'd say I'm a better swimmer than you. Yeah. So, we'll take on this one. No inner tube for me. I'm hanging onto a sea Pokemon. Swimmer Paola has a level 42 Staryu. Okay, so randomly this this trainer has a level 42 Pokemon. And a shoulder. Go into Rocky here and go for the... Oh no, it's just... Oh, it's water type only. Okay, we'll go back into Quagsire. Goes for Clamp, which is annoying. Earthquake does a lot of damage. Earthquake will take out the shoulder. So, some Paula is down. So, whilst again whilst they're level 40, they're also only pre-evolved forms, which aren't particularly strong. So, a young guy like you should swim. Don't surf on your Pokemon. Swimmer Randall has a... There you go, you know. Gone from a level 42 Shelder to a level 18 Shelder. A level 20 Warsaw Tool. And a level 18 Shelder. Very inconsistent. I did that though, didn't I? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So the issue with the sea routes, because they're so wide, you end up missing people by accident. And then you have to just fight more and more freaking tentacles. Okay, so that was that. Come on, let me go through. I'm not too worried because they are half decent experience. Seem more tentacruel than I thought, which is actually quite nice. Anyway. The water's warm here. I'm loose and limber. Sure, I'll take you on. Says this guy with a level 21 Shelder, a level 19 Tentacruel, and a level 19 Tentacruel. So we take out that guy's Pokemon. Marowak is leveling up nicely. Soon will run out of moves though, which is annoying. He wants to learn Thrash. Thrash is better than Leer, because I'm not really using Leer. So, although, no, it's better than Focus Energy. Focus Energy is the one that we're certainly not using. I don't know if I'd want to use Thrash over Headbutt though, is the thing, just because of the confusion thing it does. So we can go down. Take on you. You look so elegant riding your Pokemon. Says Swimmer Susie, who's a level 20 Psyduck. And the Goldeen. Level 22. Cool. So swap Crag's out of the front for the next few, and another tentacle. You. See those islands that are blocked by whirlpools? There just has to be a secret. Swimmer Burke has a Quillfish at level 23, which we can take out with another Earthquake. What's the secret to my strength? Excessive grinding is the answer to that. Excessive grinding. We'll take on this person. The waves are wild here. I try to take you when you swim. Got a level 20 Gyarados. We'll go for the rollout. It's super effective. Praxar goes to level 45, and he has another Gyarados, also at level 20. So we defeat Swimmer Kirk. And did we take on that girl? I think we did. We'll just make sure. Or we would make sure if the stupid Tentacruel wouldn't bother us. Yeah, so. I'd love for it to get to the point where Surf would take these guys out in one hit. You. The weather is so beautiful, I'm in a daze, says Swimmer Denise, who has a Seal, another pure water type. And we defeat her in one go, because she only has a level 22 Seal. So we've taken on that guy down there. We've taken on this guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It was the dark and stormy night. I saw these Pokemon fly to the islands that were scattering feathers from its silver wings. That's the hint there that, you know, maybe you should go to Whirl Islands when you get the silver wing. Okay, cool. So next, is that everything? I guess it is. That's the Cyanwood. Just check above, because there could well be a trainer up here, and then we will be done for this episode. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Yeah, we got one more trainer, I think, because we battled him. Pretty sure he saw us. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me on the next episode, where we will, hopefully, I'll have decided which Pokemon I'm giving strength to, and then I will, then we will be able to have the battle with Chuck that we've been waiting for. So we take out the Seeking with the rollout. It's supposed to be a Pokemon, big Pokemon, deep beneath World Islands. I wonder what it could be. It makes no matter to me. We can very quickly finish off this. So I might do some grinding, just having a look at my team. So yeah, so just a quick look at the team. We have Nidoking at 53, Rocky at 43, Marowak and Quagsire both at 46. Those guys I might level up just to a 50, just to a nice round 50, just to make things a little easier on myself. But aside from that, I'm pretty happy with the way this episode has gone. I don't think we lost this episode, which is probably the first time that's happened for a while. Maybe we didn't lose last episode too. But anyway, I'm really, yeah, so I'm happy, especially with Rocky evolving into Steelix, which is amazing. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next one.